All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back on this lovely Wednesday. Good to see you all. Everyone, cyber traders, welcome back. Ready for a day of trading? Another day in the stock market. Been a nice day. Good to see everybody. Good to see you all on YouTube. Everyone, welcome back here in the Cyber Group room. Good. All right. So anyway, hopefully everybody enjoyed class yesterday. We had a new cycle of classes that went on, and I know Josh was actually talking a lot about worth watching and finding those specific stocks, why they go up the way they do. And it's a very, very important class. I always tell everybody that one class, the first beginner class, will teach you something that will blow your mind, because you're gonna be like, you know what, I should have never made these trades. You're gonna see things that you're gonna look at and be like, what the hell is all this? I should have never been in these positions in the first place. And that's what really changes things around. But I want to kind of cover a couple of things. There's a couple of good stocks that are moving, actually. And, we had DraftKings that's moving. Kodak is moving. A lot of good, interesting stocks that are moving right today. And let me just bring something up here. There we go. So we got a lot of nice, interesting stocks that are making some big moves. Let me bring up DraftKings over here on another screen. So you can see this one. This one obviously has been a great swing trade. Obviously, you can see things been doing phenomenal. So a lot of good moving stocks. We're going to talk a little bit about them. I do want to cover something very, very important, though, before we move forward and start going through the watch list and talk about what happened yesterday. So obviously, something came up. We got a couple of emails from some people that are new here and are kind of like following us on Twitter and also on our Instagram and seeing some of the morning watch lists. So I want to talk about the watch lists. Okay. Now we do 2 of these events a day. We do one at 9 a.m., which is now, and we do one at 2:30. And I just want to clarify something. 9 o'clock, we always have a list of stocks. Okay. And these are a lot of stocks that we're trading in pre-market. Remember, and this is what you learn in phase 3. Okay. That there are stocks that are actually moving, that traders are holding in orders until the market opens up. And then all of a sudden, the thing's going to pop and a whole new list of stocks do come out from somewhere. So sometimes you'll see some stocks, that we're pointing out, like I got about 5 this morning. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, wait, where did, XYB come from? You know what I mean? And like, that wasn't on the watch list, because what happens is that, some of these stocks, they don't all move. And then only 2 or 3 of them are going to move, 20% of them. A lot of them have their morning action, but then all of a sudden there's a new list coming in. But you have a little bit of game plan. Now, the afternoon, I always tell everyone it's a lot easier to trade the afternoon. You don't make as much money as the morning, but the afternoon, the watch list, obviously, you already have the watch list. Stocks are going into the close. So it's a lot easier to use the watch list going into the afternoon that we give you, because they've been trading all day. And then obviously if stocks got pushes or are getting beat up, they'll just pick their trend going into the afternoon. But in the morning, because 50% of the volatility is trading in the morning, that's the main reason why. So I just want to clarify that for some people here, so everyone is basically kind of knows where we're at. Now let's go. Let's get back to the watch list and talk about some stocks that are moving. But before we do that, I want to talk about yesterday. So basically, we had a couple of stocks. Cruise stocks sank. They got crushed yesterday. What do we had there? CCL. A lot of them really got beat up yesterday. You could see here right at the open how these things just literally just came boom, right straight down. So there were really, really nice shorts yesterday when it came to a lot of these cruise stocks. You had, Royal Caribbean, all of them. And if you look here on the swing trade, they're kind of making a little bit of a U-turn right now, which is a little concern. You know that back in June, it was a major resistance. It's got to get past this $74. And it looks like Royal Caribbean's having a tough time. The good thing is I'm still a big fan of airlines. Airlines actually did well yesterday. You could see here right at the gate. I mean, they had a nasty shake. 9:30, Delta went from 33 all the way up to about 34, came back down. But listen, it was kind of like a little tricky to trade. This actually trades a little fast. If you want to trade something a little bit not as dangerous, not as volatile, JetBlue is obviously a little bit better. But a lot of the airlines, if you look at them as a swing trade, they're doing pretty well. They haven't reached that plateau of the June peak, but like I told you, I'm still a fan of those stocks also. What else we had that moved pretty well? INO. That one was actually a really good stock yesterday. You could see there Also on the long-term chart, this one right at the gate, 930, ran from 1160 all the way to about $14. Really, really nice winner. And then you could see after hours, I don't know what the hell happened. Things just kind of basically took off. So INO is back on the watch list today. Okay. INO is back on my watch list. So we're going to keep a close eye on that one too. Now, a couple of the stocks that made the watch list. I want to talk about Kodak. Okay. So Kodak, listen, Kodak is a crazy stock. This stock is very, very volatile. This is like probably in a category 5, which is the highest of Cyber Trading University's most volatile stocks. Listen, 7 o'clock this morning, it went from 9. You could see it here. Let me just blow this up. Went from 9 to almost 11, right back down to 8:30. You know, this thing is very, very volatile. Now, I know some of you guys have been trading it. If you look over here on these candlesticks, each candle is literally almost like 20 cents. You bought 1,000 shares. That's a $200 swing in 1 minute. I don't know if you could stomach that, but just because the stock's in the news and you're getting some good action in it, and I know some of us, we killed it, you know, back when it was at like, you know, $2 and it went to about 60. That was awesome. But just be very, very careful with it. I did see a big order. Let me see if I could bring it back up here. Yeah, so right here, what was very impressive is when we were watching it right around, where was it? I think it was right around here, around 8:30, around this time, there was a 250,000 share buyer out there and was having a tough time breaking it. So this 940 is a very, very tricky price level. Huge iceberg order. And you could see there was even a bigger one right down here when it was right around $9. So that was like almost like a 400,000 share order. So stock is trading some crazy volume. You know, it already traded 24 million shares. What does that tell you? That is what tells me that this is what we call program trading. Okay. You really think you and I around this world are trading 24, you know, all of us made 24 million. It's a very high algorithm, high frequency trade. So be very, very careful of it. This is something we always tell everybody. If you're going to trade the stock, you put your limit orders, buy it when you buy it. If you miss it, sayonara, don't worry about it. And once you buy it, you better have your orders out there to sell. And if the stock goes from 9 to 11, guess what? You got lucky. You got lucky. Okay. So be very, very careful of this stock. Another stock that we're doing pretty well with is DraftKings. DraftKings also little shaky. There's a huge major resistance. There's a big iceberg order right around 540, $50.40. It hit him. It tested him, took him out a little bit. And then I don't know what happened. It crapped out and it went all the way down to like, you know, you could see it right here. It dropped all the way to about 49.20. But it's been a great swing trade. Not a very easy stock to day trade also, okay? Not a very good, easy stock. But the stock is breaking all-time highs, got great news. Michael Jordan's on the board. They signed a big deal with ESPN. That's where we had that big rally. So stock obviously is turning to be a very good swing trade, okay? Very hard to day trade. I know some people I know you want good deals and we try to want to get a good price and some of us getting shaken out of it. You know what? You know, just don't trade a lot of shares of it. It's really what it comes down to it. Don't trade a lot of shares. All right, a couple of the stocks. So we got DraftKings, INO, Nikola. Remember Nikola? Okay, so Nikola came out with some really bad news. Apparently, they defrauded their shareholders. Something they lied. I was watching on TV. Something they said about, you know, about their technology or something like that. Well, obviously, I don't know. Maybe somebody fooled General Motors because they just bought 10% of the company. But anyway, Nikola, I'm just telling you right now, it really is at a big support levels right here. The stock right here, 29 is a big support levels. It tested it back here a couple of days ago. You could see it right here. I'm going to blow up this chart. It went right there, right around 28, 29. The thing shot right back to 36. That's a very big pop and big volatility in one day. So once again, very volatile stock, not the easy stock to day trade, okay? But as a swing trade, it's okay. But if this stock passes this support levels right around 29, see you later. The stock is not looking good. This thing could pop all the way down to the teens, all right? So be very, very careful, but very, very strong price levels at that price. Another stock from a blast from the past. A lot of you remember this, and this is what we do here. Remember MYO? This stock was amazing. This is one of those stocks that we traded, was a 30-cent stock. 30 cents. Okay. 30 cents. And then it gapped up and went all the way to $6, $7. 2 days later, we day traded this thing and went all the way to 35. I know, and I know everybody, was it 35? No, it went to almost 40 actually. And you guys remember this very well. Unbelievable short squeeze. Great short squeeze. Probably one of the best that we've always traded here in Cyber Trade University. I mean, think about 30 cents. Think of the market cap of that company, okay? Let's just say it was a $5 million company, right? And within 3 days, it ended up being a $5 billion company. I don't know, I'm not doing my math, but I'm just guessing. But when you're talking about something that's literally went up about, a gazillion percent, that's what you get. But it was a great short squeeze. But anyway, I put on a watch list because it is up 39% today. It's up $1.40. We trade in the past. I don't like the pre-market trading right now. But once again, we'll see what happens when it opens up. Right now, we're in the dead zone between 9 to 9:30. And you all know that because you know the cyber clock, right? You know the cyber clock? That's the way the times you got to be careful of. All right? Thing I invented 25 years ago. Still works today. Actually, I always kind of tell everybody about the cyber clock that this actually was a piece of paper that was given to me when I should trade on the floor as a market maker. And I'm like, you know what? Why do I got to hold this piece of paper and stick it on my screen? Why don't I just make a mouse pad out of it? And ever since, it's been our #1 seller, okay, for the past 25 years. So, and you can always purchase it on our website. Now, we got that one. We got Kodak. Now, other than that, I didn't see that much going on. I mean, there was this ARWR. I don't know. It's up nice, $6, not 18%. Not a lot of good volume, not a lot of good volatility. I always like to keep an eye on the brand name to kind of get a sense of where the market's going up. Apple's down a little bit. Tesla has been having a great run. So you can see these things are not really, doing the best. But keep an eye on this DraftKings, and if you do trade it, you could day trade it. But remember, with DraftKings, you got to take the money and run. If you're going to swing trade it, you're going to have some real kahunas. I hate to use that word, but that's what I always said. You have to stomach some of the big volatilities on it. But it broke all-time highs, and that's all that matters. Listen, we did it with Zoom, remember? And you know what? We were in the right place at the right time. We were talking about Zoom. You all know this. We were a big fan at 1:30, and we just wake up one morning and the thing goes up to almost 500. You know what I mean? So, and you can go back and you can look at all the YouTube channels and everything. I told you about Zoom for a long, long time. And I know it's expensive, but you know what? The thing is, you don't got to trade that many shares of it because being a good swing trader and investor, you have to learn how to day trade. All right. Now, guys, we got somebody here on YouTube says, Nicola, what a scandal. I'll tell you, what a beautiful truck, though. I mean, gorgeous. I mean, great idea of the technology. What's it running on? Hydrogen or something like that, which I personally think is really the future and the cleanest way to run anything. I think hydrogen is better than electric because it's basically separating, oxygen and hydrogen off water. Could you imagine putting water in your car and the car runs? We got all the water we want right here. So, so we got a couple of good stocks that are running. Listen, not the biggest list for a Wednesday, but you know what? Something always pops up. And just like I said earlier in this meeting, just because we find these lists, some of them look great, but we always find something new. A lot of these traders might hold orders until 9:30, which will obviously wait till 9:35. Now, is anything I'm missing? I did not call out. Tesla. Jerry says the Tesla truck is better coming out soon. It's real. Well, I know it's a real truck, Jerry, but come on, you got to admit though, the Tesla truck is a pretty cool looking truck. I mean, I thought it was pretty cool looking. I think Tesla just looks like my son's, Legos kit. That's the only thing. I'm just more practical than most alternative energy technologies. I was always a hydrogen. And, not to get into a debate about hydrogen and electric stuff, but you know what? People came out with hydrogen a long time ago. The only difference is the oil companies keep buying them out and keep pushing them out. VX VXRT. You know what? A reason why you're probably bringing this up, Steve, because I called it up earlier this morning. We've been trading VXRT. We traded about 3 days ago. You can see how we had that pop went from 5 to almost 8. I saw a nice little move here around 8:30, but she backed off. Once again, you got to take the money and run. You know, they're rolling the truck down the hill for a demo. Well, looking forward to that. All right. Sweet and real. I hear of DraftKings stages. All right, guys. So listen, don't forget tomorrow we have open house. This Saturday, big event. Some of the best mastermind traders in the industry on Metastock. We sent you guys all emails. Please register for it. You know what? Just register. At least you can get the recording. If you can't be there, it's always great to be there live because at least you could ask some questions. But you got to learn before you can earn. Okay. And, you know, we take the time to go out there to train everybody here. We want you to be part. And the reason why I do it, you know why I do it, because I'm looking to make money with people. I want to trade with people, you know. But you need, if you want to learn a little bit more about all these different markets, please don't go out there and try to do it yourself. It drives me nuts. I think that's why I have such a passion to teach people, because everyone wants to do it. And now they really want to do it. And more people losing money than ever because they can't figure it out. So don't make that mistake. We just posted a link up there in the YouTube. So go out there and register. And by the way, if you're watching YouTube, Facebook Live, just click on the bottom, register, pay the stinking $9 and sit in the trading room for a week and you'll know the real truth of it. Even if you're not one, what do you have to lose, right? Guys, cyber traders, let's make some money. You see something, you say something, and we'll see you back here at 2:30, all right? Happy trading, everyone. Be safe.